Hey kids, Invertical here, and welcome back to Empyrion version 8.0.2 Yes, that's right, we are still playing the experimental version of Empyrion and having a good time with it. Once again, we have done all the things over that we have done before. But now, I've made a new small vessel. I just started building and throwing blocks together, and I ended up with this thing. It looks very much like, believe it or not, a miniature bitten biscuit. Except, not quite. Yeah, originally I was just going to do the long skinny with the gun turrets on either side, and I went, well, if I put the gun turrets out, that gives me less chance of having them shoot the cockpit, which, you know, and then it just kind of went from there. And yeah, I spent a couple hours playing around with this thing, and I had to go harvest one of the other Titans, and I found some secret barrels on one of the Titans. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. If you happen to decide to go explore the Titans, there are now little hidden bonuses on one of them. Just in case you're one of them folks that has gone and said, well, the Titans aren't worth the effort it takes to go and harvest them anyway. Well, yeah, they're still not really worth the effort, but there's some extra bonus stuff. So I figured she's fueled up, she's gassed up, she's ready to rock and roll. I got some ammo in the thing. I cooked up a whole whack of that, and I'm going to go hunt some drones. I had a little issue up here on the garden before I ran off. I had the power go out on the base, and I hadn't, didn't notice it, of course, because I wasn't in the area, and I come back and all my plants were dead. So I have to go and hunt somebody who might have some fruit trees. I also have to go get some berry bush trees, because I don't have either of those right now. You're not ready to pick, or what? No, I guess you're not ready to pick. You're still growing. Okay, things grow fairly slowly and fairly quickly. I've been producing a lot of random things that help, the energy drinks and such. Some of these ratulis. And bread, of all things. Bread has a good perish time. A little tiny bit of health, so it doesn't really help you on health, but it does give you 50 food per shot. Cereals give me 67 food and a lot more health, but the perish time is ridiculously low. Ratulis, 72 health and 212 food. They're worth it. Carry a few of those around. So I'm going to throw some of this crap in the refrigerator, and we're going to go fly around and see if we can find somebody to shoot. Grab the cereal and the bread. Alright, there we go. Got a good load of food in our inventory. Now at this point, I am level 13. Still haven't fixed the thing on the playfields, but that's okay. I'm level 13. I've only killed 10 things according to this, so I'm fine with that. Throw you in there. You in there. Some spare blocks. And fill that up. Lots of bullets. Okay. Power this thing on. Reload the ammo. And let's have a shot and see how she handles. I had to put extra generators in it because I was having my original test flight. I was having power issues. I also threw in some extra RCSs, so she should now spin and roll like the best of them and overcompensate like always. Beautiful. Turn off auto braking because you know me, I love auto braking. Pick a direction and let's go find somebody to shoot. Where are we aiming here? I know know I got some good swamps up this way. I'm interested in stuff in the swamps, but I also want to do is take a couple of cruises around the planet now and see if I can see anything of real interest. Let's go and see this admin trade center. Now, if you've seen anybody else's videos, you know it's floating. They've now got the floating trade center. They also announced that on the patch notes. This planet has a lot of nothing on it. Hello, where is that? Xeno Supply Station. Now this is still very much a low-level craft. It's not like, it does have mostly armored blocks on it. I still have a lot of iron blocks in it. I will need to do some repairs on it, or not repairs, upgrades to it at some point. And I think I might keep it as a blueprint for later use, depending on how nicely she handles. I mean, for an entry-level craft, it's not too bad. Where'd you go? I know I saw you here. Oh, other way, other side. Not backwards of my thing, am I? Xeno Supply Station. This could be fun. Oh, those are green bullets. Okay, we're not going to play with that. Miniguns against green plasma shots are not exactly my idea of fun. Once I get rockets, I will do some of the harder POIs, or some POIs that actually need to be shot. Right now, 6 miniguns, they might shoot through stuff fairly quickly, but this is untested craft as of yet. I don't know how well it handles. You know, not entirely sure whether or not it's going to stay in my inventory or if it's even something I want to keep around. But it was nice seeing the shots miss completely. This is a radiated zone. Another radiated zone. I'm going to have to come back up here and go do some mining at some point then. And there's our POI. There's our trading center. Could have put it in a little bit less friendly location, I guess. Alright, let's see if we can actually get in on this. Now, yes, that was something that was noted on I believe one of Spange's videos, is they glitched when they built this. They have some blocks sticking down. This was a space POI. This one was always in space whenever I saw this POI. So the fact that they've just literally taken a space POI and brought it to the planet is kind of funny. Now this ship will fit in a 3x5 hangar deck. So, okay, now I need as a way to power down everything. There we go, that's what I wanted. But I want to leave the refrigerator on. So here we are at the Admin Trade Center. Of course, I don't think you can actually get into any boxes or things around here. Remember, Where these admin trade centers had some locked areas too. Can I get down there? There's a question. Oh, yay, a place I can finally fix some of the broken stuff I got kicking around. Yeah, these cargo boxes are all other faction stuff. Interesting. Mahalo to you too, sailor. Armor lockers. Short, smelly guy. Oxy Medical. Yes. Spiky root. Okay, I haven't had a need for Veron root on anything yet. Or spiky mushrooms. Haven't found one of these yet. These moss scrapings, I'm always looking for those. So I might actually come up here and buy a bunch of that. What else we got going on here? Plasma, I was not worried about. I can find tons of those. Spike lemon, I haven't seen a need for spike lemon, so that's not a big deal. Cool. Good stuff up here. What else do we got going on? Tired spaceman, lazy dogs. Yeah, this is the one that's usually in space. Medium armor, there's something I'm going to need to pick up at some point in time. If I can't find one. This is probably broken. Yeah. Aunt Mary's gardening supplies. You might have my things, but I might just do it this way. There's vegetables and there's fruit that I needed. That's two of the three things. Well, I guess there was only two things I needed actually, was fruit and berries. There we go, berries. So that gives me berries and fruit. That solves me the problem of having to go get those. I thought, or is he on the third level? Right, he's on the third level. Okay, we'll go up here. Of course, food, beverage. Yeah, okay, so now you can get into the access areas that you couldn't get into before. That door is still locked. Before, the only way you could get into these areas was in God mode. Game Master mode, whatever it was called. Yeah, okay. You still need to find the lock code for these doors. I know one of these, there was a little thing, side bunch of rooms that you could go into, and they would have lock codes and stuff on the doors or on view screens, and one of them actually had the correct lock code. Unknown device. Savant Hardware. Hello, Tier 2 multi-tool. There's something I want to pick myself up. Again, medium armor, night vision goggles. That's another one I want to lay my hands on. Okay, I thought there was a guy, but I'm guessing this is a different POI than it was in space. So there we have the admin trade center. Not exactly anything spectacular, but some stuff that you can put to use. What do we have going on over there? Okay, advanced spaceport. Another POI I haven't encountered. Before. Oh, and they're shooting at me. Okay, we're out of here. Excuse me, I just painted this. Well, there's an issue. It consumed way more fuel than I was expecting it to. Okay, let's do this. Let's deactivate a couple of these thrusters here. Okay, looks like I might have to consider making either a couple of extra fuel tanks in this, or I'll need to start generating a military power setting and a cruise power setting, because I'm definitely having issues with power. So I'm going to head straight towards base here, see how close I can get before I completely run out of juice. Don't have time to go cruising around and looking at these. Trying to get high enough in the atmosphere that I can coast a ways if I have to. I need at least 4 vertical thrusters to keep me off the ground. I settle back down fairly quickly with just 2. I could do is make a power setting where I can shut down a couple of vertical thrusters and a couple of navigational thrusters. I mean, the horizontal ones are not overly needed. Come on, stay out of the water. Just so that I can cruise around the planet, just looking for stuff more fuel efficiently, I guess, is the term I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't have enough oomph to lift itself up here. Okay, since I'm close enough to base now, all thrusters on. Need to make a marking on this thing so I can see the entrance. Smash into the ground at the wrong end. Beautiful. Lights are still something that I am needing, at least until I get night vision goggles. Come on, jump. There we go. Okay, let's empty this fridge because I don't want all this stuff going bad. And I'll head back into the thing. I'll come back out and pick that little SV up and move it in the thing. But there you have it. It wasn't planned to look like a little miniature bit and biscuit. It was just me having a bit of fun. Hope you're enjoying. That was a cruise around the planet. I'm probably going to go look at some of those POIs I noticed. Not the armory. Where's that one that I saw over here? Xeno supply station. A silicon deposit near there that might make it worthwhile going over there and taking that thing out. Another silicon deposit. A couple of these Promethean deposits in these radiated zones. This advanced spaceport. It was firing red laser shots at me, so not overly difficult, but worth taking a little bit of time going into. Xeno supply station, that was firing green plasma shots at me. I don't want to take those on with just straight miniguns at this time. I probably got some more wreckages up here that I can find. And of course I've still got this abandoned reactor, the armory. I want harder level armor because those little scorpion guys bite hard. The drone base. I might do is actually make myself an attack tank. Might be the next project I work on. I'd like to actually get a CV back into play here. I might even try to spawn the biscuit back in from Blueprint. I should be fairly close to getting it now. Oh, I need level 25 for it. Yeah, it's level 25. It takes a lot of raw material. Cobalt ingot might be the problem. Cobalt and neodymium are both rare on this planet. Zascosium, Mercium are also rare. Sathium and iron that's combat steel, and if I just look at the block count, I'm looking at 5,000. So basically just over 5 stacks of combat steel, or probably a comparable amount of hardened might do the trick. But that at least will be able to deal with some of these little POIs. But there we go. Test flight of the mini bit and biscuit. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. Right now it's just unnamed small vessel. Thanks all for watching, kids, and I'll see you on the next episode. Good night for now.